All right, let me tell you something. This is the only one you need. Everything you've been questioning, every struggle, every setback, every moment of doubt, it all leads here, right now. This isn't just information, it's a shift in perspective. And once you see it, you'll never unsee it. The world calls it financial struggle. But what if it's proof that you're different, that you're meant for something bigger? Chosen ones don't walk the easy path. They face the hardest battles because they're here to break the cycle, to step beyond the illusion that keeps so many stuck. But are you really one of them? Well, stay with me until the end to find out. Have you ever felt like you were meant for something greater but just can't seem to get ahead financially? If so, you're not alone. Many people who possess deep spiritual gifts often find themselves struggling with money. And while that may seem like a contradiction, it's actually a sign that you're on a unique path. Most of society equates success with material wealth, a big house, a fancy car, and a bank account overflowing with cash. But what if your financial struggles aren't a sign of failure, but rather a sign of preparation for something far more extraordinary? The truth is, money is energy. Everything in this universe operates on energy, including wealth. And if you're spiritually gifted, you experience this energy differently than most people. This unique connection to energy can make it harder for you to accumulate wealth the way others do. But rather than seeing this as a setback, what if you started seeing it as a sign that you are being refined for a higher purpose? Let's say you have the ability to see beyond the physical world, to sense energies and emotions that others can't. That's an incredible gift, but it also comes with its own set of challenges. If you're spiritually sensitive, you might struggle with financial matters because your mind operates on a completely different wavelength from the materialistic world. For most people, the focus is simple: work hard, earn money, and accumulate wealth. But for someone who is deeply connected to the spiritual realm, money often feels secondary to things like purpose, fulfillment, and inner peace. This doesn't mean you don't need money, of course you do, but it does mean that your natural inclinations often pull you in a direction that makes traditional financial success feel unnatural. Think about it. Have you ever walked into a room and instantly felt the energy shift? Have you ever met someone and just known something about them before they even spoke? That sensitivity is a gift. But it can also make dealing with money feel like trying to grasp water in your hands. Your ability to feel things on a deeper level means you don't chase money in the same way others do. Instead of focusing on financial gain, you may be more drawn to helping others, creating meaningful experiences, or following a calling that doesn't necessarily pay well in the beginning. And because of this, you may find yourself struggling financially while others seem to thrive. But what if this struggle isn't a curse? What if it's a necessary step on your journey to something greater? Think of financial struggles as a form of spiritual boot camp. While others might be living comfortable, predictable lives, you are being shaped and tested in ways that will make you stronger in the long run. If you look at history, some of the most spiritually influential people weren't wealthy. Jesus, Buddha, Socrates, none of them had material riches, but their wisdom and spiritual impact changed the world. They weren't focused on accumulating wealth, they were focused on something bigger. Now, this doesn't mean you're destined to be poor. In fact, once you understand how to align your spiritual gifts with financial success, you'll realize that wealth isn't just about money, it's about abundance in every form. The struggles you're facing now are teaching you resilience, patience, and trust. They're preparing you for the moment when you'll be able to handle great success without losing yourself in it. It's easy to think that financial hardship is a punishment, but it's actually a sign that you are being refined. The universe isn't trying to break you. It's trying to make sure that when your abundance arrives, you're ready to handle it. Now, every financial hardship, every moment of uncertainty is shaping something much deeper within. Think of it like an invisible gym where resilience, patience, and faith are being built, even if it doesn't feel that way right now. Throughout history, spiritual leaders and great thinkers have understood this truth. The Buddha abandoned his life of luxury to seek enlightenment, realizing that comfort and material wealth were distractions from deeper wisdom. Jesus made it clear that wealth could be an obstacle to true spiritual growth, saying it was easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than for a rich person to enter the kingdom of heaven. These figures weren't condemning wealth itself, they were pointing out a fundamental truth. Hardship strips away illusions and reveals what really matters. Struggling financially forces a level of trust and faith that comfort never could. When basic needs seem uncertain, there's an opportunity to tap into something beyond the material world. It's in these moments that true strength is developed, the kind that money can't buy. The resilience being built now is priceless. It's the foundation of a person who can handle success without being consumed by it, someone who understands the value of every dollar because they felt the weight of not having it. But here's where things get interesting. This financial struggle isn't just suffering for the sake of suffering. It's preparation. What if the current challenges were actually setting up something incredible? What if the universe was stripping away everything unnecessary, leaving behind only the core of who a person is meant to be? Like a caterpillar in a cocoon, these struggles are a transformation, shaping someone into a person capable of handling massive success. When the time comes, they won't just be wealthy, they'll be unshakable. This isn't just a theory, it's how the universe works. Hardship creates wisdom, and wisdom leads to success that lasts. The problem is that most people give up before they realize what's happening. They assume financial struggle means failure, but in reality, it's a sign of something much bigger in the making. Every setback is a lesson, every missed opportunity, a redirection towards something better. But financial struggles don't just affect individuals, they're often passed down through generations, almost like an invisible chain. Families that have struggled with money for decades or even centuries aren't just dealing with bad luck. They're caught in a pattern. This is where things get really powerful. The same struggles that seem to hold someone back could actually be their greatest opportunity. Science has a term for this: epigenetics. Studies show that trauma and hardship can actually alter DNA, meaning the struggles of past generations are carried forward in ways most people don't even realize. But if negative experiences can be passed down, so can positive changes. That means breaking the cycle of financial hardship isn't just about making money. It's about rewiring the very foundation of how wealth is perceived and handled. This is where spiritual sensitivity comes into play. Some people have a natural ability to sense patterns, to feel energies, to recognize when something is off. What if that sensitivity wasn't just a burden, but a gift? Instead of seeing it as a weakness, what if it was actually a superpower, a tool for rewriting the financial destiny of an entire family? Recognizing these inherited struggles allows them to be changed. By shifting mindsets, making different choices, and approaching money with a new perspective, the cycle can be broken. It's not just about earning more. It's about fundamentally transforming the relationship with money itself. Every decision made with awareness and intention rewires that inherited financial DNA, turning scarcity into abundance. But this isn't just about escaping financial struggle. It's about preparing for a level of success that most people can't even imagine. And that success won't just be about personal wealth. The universe doesn't prepare people like this just so they can hoard riches. It prepares them so they can create real impact. Money in the hands of the right person, someone who has experienced struggle, learned its lessons, and come out stronger, is a force for incredible change. History is full of examples of highly successful people who used spiritual insight to transform their lives. Steve Jobs credited Zen meditation for his ability to innovate and change the world. Henry Ford believed in spiritual principles that guided his success. These weren't just businessmen, they were visionaries who understood that wealth wasn't about numbers in a bank account. It was about energy, creativity, and making an impact. The real secret? Money isn't just physical currency, it's an energy. It flows to those who understand it, respect it, and know how to use it. People who treat wealth as something beyond simple material gain, who see it as a tool for growth and transformation, are the ones who attract it effortlessly. The struggle isn't a punishment, it's a refining process, like fire purifying gold, preparing someone to handle wealth with wisdom and purpose. And when wealth does come, and it will come, it won't just be about personal gain. It will be about changing the world. Because real wealth isn't just having money. It's knowing how to use it in ways that uplift others. The kind of success that lasts isn't built on luck or shortcuts. It's built on wisdom, resilience, and a deep understanding of what truly matters. So if financial struggles feel overwhelming right now, if it seems like no progress is being made, it's important to remember, this isn't the end of the story. It's the beginning of something far greater. What seems like hardship is actually a transformation, shaping someone into a person who can handle abundance, impact, and success in ways they never imagined. Now, a divine calling is not just a moment of inspiration, it's a complete shift in how life is perceived. The struggles that seem like obstacles are actually gifts, pushing toward a greater purpose. But embracing this truth requires a change in perspective. An empty bank account, often seen as a burden, might actually be a sign of being chosen for something greater. Once this shift happens, everything transforms. Abundance stops being just a distant dream and becomes inevitable. The power of thought is often underestimated, but it directly influences financial reality. The mind acts as a magnet, constantly shaping life's circumstances. Thoughts are not just passive ideas, they send out energy that attracts similar experiences. If someone believes money is hard to come by, their life will reflect that belief. But by learning to harness the mind's power, financial struggles can be turned into stepping stones toward prosperity. Every person's financial reality is a mirror of their inner beliefs. The numbers in a bank account are not just a result of external circumstances. They are a direct reflection of deep-seated thoughts about wealth and abundance. This realization can be unsettling, especially for those who have struggled financially for years. Many of these beliefs were absorbed during childhood, becoming invisible barriers that block success. They are like chains, holding people back from the financial freedom they deserve. However, breaking free is possible. Spiritual practices are not just abstract concepts, they are powerful tools for reprogramming the mind. Meditation, visualization, and affirmations work because they shift the energy a person puts out into the universe. When thoughts change, reality follows. This isn't just wishful thinking, science backs it up. Studies have shown that people with a positive mindset about money are more likely to take risks, seize opportunities, and ultimately build wealth. Shifting to an abundance mindset isn't just about thinking happy thoughts. It's about deeply aligning with the energy of prosperity. This requires effort and commitment. It means becoming aware of limiting beliefs and actively replacing them with empowering ones. Every time a person thinks, "I can't afford that," or "money is the root of all evil," they reinforce scarcity. But by consciously changing these thoughts, they start sending out signals of abundance instead. The key to financial transformation lies in understanding that the inner world serves as the blueprint for outer wealth. Thoughts and beliefs shape reality, and by shifting them, money-related struggles can be overcome. This is not just about getting rich. It's about stepping into the full life that was meant to be lived. Spiritual teachings have always emphasized abundance. Recognizing this truth is just the beginning. The next step is learning how to turn inner abundance into tangible wealth. The universe is always communicating, sending messages that guide toward prosperity. These signs are everywhere, but most people dismiss them as coincidences. Numbers appearing repeatedly, unexpected encounters, or even certain dreams, all of these can be signals from the universe, pointing toward opportunities that align with personal growth and financial success. Ignoring these signs means missing out on powerful guidance. The universe is constantly broadcasting, but not everyone is tuned in to receive the message. For those who pay attention, every setback becomes a setup for something better. A job rejection might be a redirection towards something greater. An unexpected expense could be a lesson in financial discipline, preparing for future wealth. Consider real-life examples of people who followed these signs and changed their financial lives. One woman kept noticing feathers everywhere she went. Instead of ignoring them, she saw them as a symbol of freedom and lightness. Inspired by this, she started a business that aligned with those qualities. Within a year, her company soared, bringing in more abundance than she ever imagined. Another man repeatedly dreamed about the ocean. Instead of brushing it off, he saw it as a nudge to invest in a seaside cafe. That small decision led to a thriving restaurant chain. Spiritual sensitivity isn't just about feeling connected. It's a practical tool for creating wealth. Those who learn to interpret these signs start seeing opportunities where others see nothing. It's like having a secret map to hidden treasures while everyone else stumbles around in the dark. But recognizing signs is only half the battle. The real question is, what should be done with them? How can divine guidance be turned into financial success? This is where action comes in. Understanding the messages of the universe is powerful, but without action, nothing changes. The ability to read the signs must be combined with the courage to act on them. Quantum physics supports this idea. Everything in existence is energy, including thoughts and money. This means that financial reality can be manipulated by shifting energy. Most people possess this power without knowing how to use it. It's like holding a winning lottery ticket without realizing its worth. Harnessing this energy requires a focused mind. Visualization plays a key role here. Studies have shown that people who vividly picture their goals are far more likely to achieve them. The brain does not distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. When someone consistently visualizes financial success, their brain starts working to make it a reality. This isn't magic, it's science. Spiritual awareness gives an extra advantage. It's not just about positive thinking, it's about tapping into the energy that creates reality. This direct connection with universal abundance allows for powerful transformations. Thoughts and emotions act as energy waves that shape the future. The universe always responds to these signals, delivering experiences that match the energy being put out. But here's something important to remember. Financial struggles are not punishments. They are preparations. The universe does not withhold abundance. It prepares people to handle it. Every challenge is a lesson, strengthening spiritual and mental resilience. Without these struggles, wealth would be meaningless. The hard times are necessary stepping stones to financial breakthroughs. So when money problems arise, they should not be seen as setbacks. They are opportunities for growth, sharpening the skills needed for long-term prosperity. The greatest financial transformations come from those who refuse to see struggles as barriers and instead view them as part of their journey to success. Some people seem to have it all: peace, purpose, and a bank account overflowing with wealth. Meanwhile, others, just as spiritual, struggle to make ends meet. It's a contradiction that has puzzled people for centuries. Why do some spiritual individuals attract abundance effortlessly while others remain stuck in financial hardship? The answer isn't as simple as luck or destiny. It's a mix of mindset, beliefs, habits, and the unseen forces shaping our reality. Being spiritual doesn't automatically mean being rich or poor. The way people think about money plays a huge role in determining their financial reality. Some see wealth as something negative, believing money is the root of all evil. Without realizing it, they push prosperity away. Others embrace the idea that abundance is part of the universe's plan for them, and they attract wealth without guilt. These perspectives shape reality far more than any mystical force. But there's more to it than just belief. Childhood experiences, daily habits, and even brain chemistry influence financial success. Science has shown that people who take calculated risks, stay optimistic, and remain persistent tend to create more wealth. This isn't just about wishful thinking. It's about rewiring the mind to align with abundance. Now, what if financial struggles weren't a punishment, but a preparation? Every hardship, every moment of frustration is like a spiritual gym session, strengthening resilience, patience, and wisdom. The longer the struggle, the greater the transformation. The universe isn't denying wealth, it's ensuring readiness to handle it. Many people give up right before a breakthrough, thinking the struggle is endless. But in reality, the deeper the hardship, the bigger the reward waiting on the other side. The truth is, financial situations are often a disguise. Struggles can mask the abundance that is already on its way. Those who are chosen for the path of transformation often endure tests of faith and persistence. The universe doesn't just hand out wealth randomly, it aligns it with those who are prepared to handle it with purpose. This is why some people who win the lottery lose everything. They weren't ready. True spiritual prosperity isn't about current bank balances. It's about the ability to create and sustain massive wealth when the time comes. So, what's the next step? Understanding this paradox is one thing, but applying it is where the real magic happens. Knowing that abundance is a birthright isn't enough. The real question is, how will this knowledge be used to shift reality? The wealth that seems out of reach isn't a fantasy, it's a possibility waiting to be unlocked. And the first step is embracing the journey rather than resisting it. Imagine there's a hidden switch inside capable of transforming spiritual gifts into financial success. Most people never flip this switch because they don't even realize it's there. But once activated, it turns spiritual insight, intuition, and energy into a force that attracts abundance. This isn't about wishful thinking, it's about energy alignment. Every person carries a unique frequency. Those who vibrate at the frequency of abundance naturally attract opportunities, ideas, and resources. It all starts with visualization. Instead of seeing money as something distant or unattainable, it's crucial to feel it, imagine it, and embrace it as a natural part of life. This isn't daydreaming. It's a technique that has been used by some of the most successful people in history. Now, if you've ever used visualization to shape your reality, or if you're ready to start, drop a vision in the comments. Gratitude is another powerful tool. Even in difficult times, finding something to appreciate shifts energy from scarcity to abundance. What people focus on expands. When energy is directed toward lack, it multiplies. When directed toward wealth, even in small ways, it begins to grow. Affirmations are another way to rewire the subconscious. Statements like, "I am a magnet for wealth," or "abundance flows to me effortlessly," may sound simple, but they reprogram the mind to accept prosperity. Many successful individuals, from entrepreneurs to artists, have used similar techniques to reshape their financial destiny. The challenges people face are not obstacles, they're activation points. Every struggle is like a key unlocking inner power. Instead of viewing financial hardships as a setback, what if they were seen as signs of transformation? The universe isn't rejecting abundance, it's refining the ability to handle it wisely. But real wealth isn't just about money. The world teaches that prosperity is measured in numbers, but true abundance goes far deeper. It's about experiences, relationships, purpose, and impact. The richest people aren't just those with the most money. They are those who live fully, love deeply, and contribute meaningfully. The universe operates on a different system of wealth than the one society teaches. While many chase paper money, true prosperity comes from inner richness. A person with millions but no peace is still poor. A person with deep fulfillment, strong connections, and a purpose-driven life is truly wealthy. This doesn't mean money doesn't matter. It absolutely does. But when viewed as energy rather than a mere object, the whole game changes. Instead of chasing money, the focus shifts to aligning actions with higher purpose. When purpose and passion lead, financial success follows naturally. Some of the most successful people have found ways to merge spirituality with material success. They don't see wealth as a distraction, but as a tool for doing more good in the world. By embracing spiritual gifts as strengths rather than limitations, they create businesses, innovations, and opportunities that benefit both themselves and others. The real secret is understanding that wealth isn't separate from spirituality. They are deeply connected. Those who reject money in the name of spirituality often struggle unnecessarily, while those who embrace wealth as part of their divine journey find greater ease and impact. So what's the takeaway? The struggles that seem overwhelming right now aren't here to break anyone down. They are here to build resilience. Every challenge, every setback is preparing the mind and soul for something greater. The universe isn't denying abundance. It's making sure the foundation is strong enough to handle it. Aligning with true purpose is the key. When actions reflect spiritual gifts, when beliefs shift from scarcity to abundance, wealth follows naturally. Not as a random event, but as a direct consequence of being in harmony with the universe's greater plan. The final insight that I think is this: true prosperity is the perfect balance between spiritual purpose and material success. When these two align, wealth flows effortlessly, but it requires trust, patience, and the willingness to see challenges as stepping stones rather than roadblocks. It's time to step into power, not just spiritually, but financially. The universe is waiting for that moment of realization, the point where fear is replaced with confidence, where limitation is replaced with possibility. And one more thing, spiritual gifts aren't meant to hold anyone back. They are the very things that will propel individuals into levels of wealth beyond imagination. The only question that remains is, are you ready to step into that power? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories that go beyond the game. See you in the next one.